quick little note. If you have some spare seats in between you, if you guys could kind of cozy up and close in those spare seats, just in case we have some folks coming in a little bit late and then they need to slip in to an empty seat. And just another reminder that if you're recording, we need for you to stay in your seat and not in the aisles or standing up, just for fire code reasons. So we appreciate your cooperation with that. But more importantly, welcome, and we are so excited. This is the Bartel String Ensemble. Enjoy the show, and then another quick reminder, turn those little noise makers off that are in your pocket. And then let me invite Mr. Hurley to the stage.
Okay, so we're going to start out with some exercises that we do in class that builds our technical skills, and I've got a student here, Rosemary, who's going to tell us about that.
A scale is a series of notes played in order, moving up or down by steps. An arpeggio is like a broken chord, where you play the notes one chord at a time instead of all together. Both help musicians improve their technique and understanding of music.
Which is the third level group. So you start out in Mozart strings, which is our beginning class, and then on the earlier program, Beethoven strings played, and that's our second level group. So this is the third level. And in this third level, we learn a couple of things. We learn how to follow a conductor, kind of what the beat looks like, and we learn more technique. Our finger patterns start to change. So in Mozart strings, we learn one finger pattern. In Beethoven strings, we kind of stick to that similar pattern, and then in Bartel strings, we change everything, all over the place. So this next one, we're going to go through a series of different keys that are brand new, and they use all kinds of different extended finger patterns, high threes, low twos, low ones, all that kind of technical stuff. In addition to our left hand technique, which where we're putting our fingers down, we also have the bow, and we do some different bowing techniques, and we have some students that are going to tell us about that.
Spiccato is a bowing technique for stringed instruments which the bow bounces lightly on the string. The word comes from the Italian word spaccare, meaning to separate. The bow lift is where you start from the tip of the bow and you take it back to the frog or vice versa. And a brush stroke is where you start off the bow and then you brush lightly onto the string.
So for the next couple of tunes, it's kind of programmatic. I always try to, and I think this one works pretty well. So we just did Talus Canon, which is an old tune from, I think it's the 16th century. Don't quote me on that, I forgot to look it up. But it's by this composer named Thomas Tallis. And the next one called Canyon Sunset, it kind of is going to progress from walking, going down the canyon, maybe riding a donkey down into the canyon. And then maybe after sunset in the desert, it tends to get kind of cold, so then we're going to shiver. And then after the shivering, there's probably icicles hanging off your nose. And then finally, we arrive at the holiday shortcuts, which is maybe less programmatic, but still, it's that time of year. So I'll say a couple words when we get to that point. So I just realized I have to say a few words about this next one because these boys and girls behind me have been working very hard, and I can tell it makes a huge difference when they practice at home. So I say a big thank you to the parents for helping them to remember to practice at home, but also it's incredible how far they've come. One of the things that we work on in this group is dynamics, and for those of you that are not musically inclined, dynamics just simply means a change in volume. Another thing that we worked on is tempo changes. So in the last one, we have some things called ritardando, which means you have to slow down and speed up. So it doesn't always stay the same. Music is definitely flexible and dynamic, and it changes. So I think that's one of the things we've definitely worked on and worked hard, and they've done a really great job. So this last one is Holiday Shortcuts. It's just 2 Christmas tunes that we wish you a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And they're quite fun because they actually sound a lot like Sleigh Ride. And we have some wonderful percussion players back here that are going to be on the jingle bells and the slapstick, and some wood blocks, and what are the other things that you're playing? Yeah, that thing. Oh, the jingle bells, yeah. Okay, cool. So enjoy. We thank you very much, parents. Thank you, students, for your hard work. I appreciate it a lot. So congratulations on a job well done.